Ni kandeen, Tigarumarukka Nainamum kandeen, Serukkelarum Ponnari kandeen, Purisangam Kai kandeen, Inari Mananbar. This is a posturum from Munam Tiruvandadi by Nani Peyai. You see that there's the first three Tiruvandadis, the first three of the Devasvanam, written by Vaigayar, Budattar, Peyai, known as the Mudal Aivars, of which first two Aivars, they are known to have lit the lamp to see the Lord. Then finally, the last Aivar is known as Pei Aivar. A lot of times, Pei is given as, oh, he's the ghost Aivar. That's not the case. As I given previously, he's known as, in the Sanskrit language, he's known as Mahatapayar. Mahatapayar means the great one or the leader. The other two lit the lamp for him to see Perumal. Lamp also was Perumal only. There's nothing like they lit a separate lamp. Perumal was the lamp. Perumal was everything in those cases as well. However, they lit the lamp, and he is the first two of their posturums who was lighting the lamp, and he is the one that first says that I've seen. First, as soon as he starts, Thirukkanden, I've seen Thiru, I've seen Mahalakshmi, or I've seen the Kripa in his heart. Thirukkanden, Ponme, Nikanden. Then he goes on speaking of how he saw this Perumal. Yesterday, Thirukkandom, we saw Thiru already. We saw Undumadagalitan, Oda Tolen, we saw his Kripa. In that posturum, there's so many meanings I left out. However, we have to move on, obviously, but I will try to split up as many of those meanings as possible throughout. However, we already saw that Thiru. So today, after you woken up the king, today we will we woken up the queen already. Today we will wake up the king in the chessboard. Today we will wake up Perumal. Finally, after waking up all these people in this posturum, the 19th posturum, we have finally woken up. We are waking up Krishna. We will look at today's posturum. Kuththu viḷakkeriya kottukkal kattal mel methanna panchasayana tinmeleri kottalar poonkural nappinne kongamel வைத்துக் கிடந்த மலர் மார்பா வாய் திறவாய் மைத்தனன் கண்ணினாய் நீ உன் மணாலனை எத்தனை போதும் துயிலற ஒட்டாய்கான் எத்தனை ஏலும் பிரிவார்த்தகில்லாயால் தத்துவமன்று தக கேலோரெம்பாவாய். This posturum starts with Kuththu viḷakkeriya Kuththu viḷakkeriya. What is this Kuththu viḷakku? It is the lamp that is lit. Why this posturum kind of describes the Andal has woken up, as she yesterday woke up Nappinne. Now she has asked Nappinne to come and open up the door. We didn't see if she opened up the door or not, because now she's trying to get Krishna to come and open up the door. Krishna and Nappinne are together only. And so she's trying to get them both to open up the door now. Yesterday, Nappinne was convinced. Now we have to convince Krishna to open up the door, right? In reality, that's why she is describing the bedroom of Krishna and Nappinne in this posturum, in which first she describes the light. Kuththu viḷakkeriya kottukkal kattil mel. What is this Kuththu viḷakku? Kuththu viḷakku refers to the jnana that is always given. If you see the first two Tiruvandadis, I started off with the third Tiruvandadi with Thirukkanden. However, if you look at the first two Tiruvandadis, Vayyam Tagaliya, Varkadale Eniyaga, Viḷakkeriya viḷakkaga, Viḷakkeriya. The sun is the viளக்கு. Viḷakkeriya viளakkaga, Siya Sudarayi Yanadike, Shootineen Solmale, Idarayi Ningave, and Anbe Tagaliya, Arvame Niyaga, Inburigi Sindhe, Anburigi, Jnanachudar viளக்கே. It is the Jnanachudar. It is the light of knowledge. That Jnanachudar is what these Aivars are saying that the Lord is lighting. We see, look at the meaning of the Gayatri mantra itself. It refers to the sun, the waking up of the sun, the realization that the sun is giving us the light. If you look at that, whether we realize it or not, whether we accept it or not, the light comes from the sun. When we can close our eyes and say the sun is not giving us light. But if we open up our eyes, whether we accept it or not, all the light is from the sun. That jnanam comes from nobody other than Sri Emberaman himself. Emberaman is the one that is giving that jnana. We can obviously say that, oh, I am earning that jnana. Like a lot of people can say, oh, I spent people ask me, how are you saying all these things? Did you spend so many years learning or whatever? We can say that, oh, I spent this much time learning this, I learned this and all that. Marappum jnanamum nanundru munandilan Marappum sentavarai kannodu Marapparayennulle manninan tannai Marappano iniyanen maniyaye. If the sun decides to go down, there will be no light. If the sun decides to come up, there will be light. The sun is Yemberaman. He is the one that is giving that jnana for us to come to him, for Andal to come to him. Any sort of knowledge. It does not come from learning it. One of the things we always think that, even in the Thiruppāvai Pāsuram, for Yeedu Vyakyanam, for Mudichodiyai, it's thought that, oh, through learning I can achieve the Lord or something. There's nothing of the such. No way you can achieve the Lord other than through His grace alone. If the sun decides to come up, it will come up. If you cannot do anything to make the sun come up, if you wanted to suddenly light up the entirety of the world, no matter how many LED lights you put all over the place, you cannot light up the entirety of the zone that the sun is covering up. Only if the sun decides to come up can anything be done. That is what is shown by Kuththu, viḷakkeriya, that Kuththu viḷakku, that refers to that jnana that he has lit. And he has lit that Kuththu viḷakku and he has kept it there. He is the one that is lighting that jnana in each and every single one of us whenever it comes. When it isn't that, he has decided to put out that viḷakku for our own good only. It is not that sometimes we may forget about the Lord. There's a saying in Thiruppāvai, Ellirum Veedu Petral Ulagilla Enne. If we always know of this jnana, we won't realize the value of it. Only if we forget and then we remember, we'll realize, oh, there's something like this and that. That only we will know the value of it. And so he decides when to give, when to not give. He's not giving for a certain reason. He's giving for a certain reason. Here, he's giving for that reason. Because if we always had it, it won't be special to us. We are always wearing clothes. We always have this body. We don't really see it as special. But whenever we remember something, it becomes special to us because it's coming to our mind, so it's special to us. If it's always there, we don't see the specialty of it. So he is lighting that lamp whenever it is. That's what Nammarvar is also saying. That's what all these Mudalarvargal, Poigiyar, Budathai, Peyarvar are also saying. That's what the Gayatri Mantra also says. That is what Andal is also saying. Kuththu viḷakkeriya, Kottukkal Kattil Mel, Mettanna Panchasayanatin Meleri. He is upon this ivory footed bed. This bed is made out of the ivory from Kuvaraya Peetam, is what is shown in the Muvairappadi Vyakyanam. What is this? Kuththu viḷakkeriya, Kottukkal. He is upon this bed. Kattil Mel, Mettanna Panchasayanam. It is a very soft bed, is what is shown. Panchasayanatin Meleri. He is upon that. What is this? You see that this bed has 4 different foots on it. The question is asked in the Vyakyanam, does this have any significance? And for that, in the Swabhalaya Sartham, there's 4 things that are shown for these 4 points of the bed. I will just give what was from the Vyakyanam itself. I will read off the 4 points and then afterwards I will explain it. The first is the Sheshatve Kartritvam. Sheshatve Kartritvam refers to that where we think that we are under the service of the Lord. These 4 points on the bed focus on 4 different obstacles. The bed, as I mentioned, was made out of Kolaya Peetam. Krishna went to Mathura. Outside, Kamsa kept a elephant. He defeated that elephant. Arvars are saying, it is beautifully said in the explanation in the commentary, that it's out of that elephant that this ivory was taken, this bed was made. That is all a metaphorical sense only in this situation. But what does that show? He can remove that virodhi. Any sort of obstacle, he will remove for us. And so what is that obstacles here? There's 4 obstacles that are pointed out here that were denoted by the Kuvaraya Peetam that he destroyed. So what is that? That is shown in the bed itself. Sheshatve Kartritvam. Sheshatve Kartritvam refers to, we think that we are devotees of the Lord. We show up at the temple. We realize that, oh, we are under His Sheshatvam. We are under His grace alone. But yet, we still think that we are the ones doing something. We are the ones. So let's just say we are about to do some kainkaryam. We are saying that I am the one that is doing this. I am offering flowers to him. I am the one that is giving his vastrams for him. I am waking him up. I am doing all these things. That is, you are thinking that you are the one that's doing all these. That kartritvam you are putting upon yourself. Kartritvam refers to the act of thinking that we are the ones doing something. Nothing that we do is our own. Everything is done by the Emberaman himself. All actions are his actions. That is what you see throughout the Arvar's works. All actions are his actions. So when we say Sheshatve Kartritvam, we think that we are doing something in his service. In reality, he is the one that is making us do that. There's nothing that we are doing there. Jnatritve Kartritvam, we think that we have gotten all this knowledge, this jnana. I have gotten this jnana, I have worked on it, I've gotten it. You think that that Kartritvam, that I have achieved that knowledge, that is also put away. You did not achieve that knowledge. If that you did not bring the sun up. The sun brought itself up. That is how you got that knowledge. Jnatritve Kartritvam. Next, Kartatve kartatvam, to think that any action that I'm doing is my own. First one we saw in the service of the Lord. Even today, most people, while we realize that we are in the service of the Lord, we are both saying, "Oh, I'm Sheshatvam," but I'm also saying that I have Punyam Papam, I'm doing these karmas and stuff. Only it's a contradicting fact to say that both exist. To say that we are doing some karma and to also say that the Lord is the one that is protecting us is a contradicting fact according to my Acharya. That's what the Ayvars also state. Punyam, Papam, both are his doing. If there's any sort of action that is being done, that is his doing. So there's no such actions in the Lord's service, is what was shown in the first one. Next one is this Kartatve Kartatvam, this third point, is to show that we think that we are doing other actions. So not only in the Lord's service, but also let's just say I'm waking up, I'm going about my business, I'm going to school. All these points also, he is the one that is doing. There's no action of ours. You may ask, what about free will, Shashank? Free will is the thing that is something that I've kind of danced around. Today, my Swami gave me the courage this morning to say the true meaning. Free will is something that the Ayurveds do not accept. They do not accept the point of free will. Ayurveds believe that all actions are his alone. He is the one that is controlling us, controlling every single one of our actions. And so then we don't have anything to do. I know this may be causing a little bit of confusion. However, we think about it, right? Is there anything that we can do on our own if the Embaraman was not sitting inside of us and was not controlling each and every single one of our actions? Could we pick up this phone? Could I read this? Could I speak? Nothing could be done without his grace. He is the one that is making sure every single thing is happening. This is what the Ayurveds are of the opinion of, that there is no free will for the Jivatma. The free will is of his will. It's everything is happening according to his will is what the Ayurveds are very strong on that point. That is what is the case for a person. And once we realize that we had that śaraṇāgati, that he is the one that is protecting us, then afterwards once we realize that the will is of his, then there's no stress for us as well. That is what that point of śaraṇāgati is. That surrender is not that we have to go give him something, that we have to go tell him that, oh, you take care of me. He is taking care of us, and it's that understanding that is what is given here in this Pāsuram. viḷakkeriya. And so that what is the last one that you see in this quote called Kattil? What's the last point on this bed? Bhoktatve kartatvam. A lot of people think that I'm the one that is enjoying something. We saw in Jasmine's story, Tumani Madattu Chuttam Viḷakkeriya, she thought that she was the one that is enjoying something. Perumal is known as Anandamayan. Why is that Anandamayan? Refers to he who is always happy, he who is always in that Ananda, in that joy. Why does he have that joy continuously? Because he is always protecting us, so he has that joy always. If something bad were to happen to us, he will feel sad. If something bad were to happen to the child, the mother will feel bad. If the child is always doing fine, the mother, of course, she will be fine. Why does he have always that Anandam? Because he is the one always taking care of us. If all actions are his, he will always take care of us. Why does he? He doesn't have any reason to fret. He has no reason to feel stressed or anything. We do not realize that he is protecting us, so hence we have the strength. We have the stress. He does not have such a stress. So he's always Anandamayan because he knows he's always protecting us. That is what is shown in this Bhoktatve Kartatvam. The enjoyment is truly his. Even when we are doing something, we think that we are the one that are doing something for us and we are enjoying for our own sake. It is all his enjoyment. We are all simply pieces in his chessboard, is what is shown in this Pāsuram. The king in the chessboard, while the king does not move a lot. All the actions are truly of the king's actions. The king is the one that is represented by all the other chess pieces. It is the king's mind that all the others move in coordination to. The king, you may see, doesn't move at all. You see, Parkaral Yoga Nitra's in the say that the Lord also is always sitting only in the Vyuha Murti, is always laying down. We, most of our lives, we've not seen him come walking towards us, etc. However, I will say, Yavayum Yavarum Tanai. All actions are his actions. Any action you see is of his action. All the actions on the chessboard are done by him. While we do not see that, we think the king is only moving left, right, only one piece at a time. They're not doing that many things. All of the actions on the board are the king's actions. And so that is what is shown in this Pāsuram. That is what is shown by all the Ayvars continuously. Yavayum Yavarum Tanai. All actions are of Embaraman himself. And so that is what is shown in Kuththu viḷakkeriya Kottukkal Kattil Mel Mettanna Panchasayanathin Mere. Mettanna Panchasayanam. It is the bed is very soft, is what is said. What does this softness refer to? It is soft on our soul. It is not a hard bed. You see when we have new shoes or we have a new bed, we want to break it in first. Don't worry. Perumal has already broken it in for us. It is soft for us. It is not just soft, it's soft for our soul. The children, oftentimes, I can speak from my own experience, when my parents will decide to go sleep, that's when we come and we would just start jumping on the bed, right? And so why would we do that? Because we like the parents' bed, we want to go be with them, right? It is soft upon us. It is easy for us to jump upon his bed as well as what is shown here. Mettanna panchasayanatin mele. It is soft on our soul. Kottalar poongural nappinne kongamel. Similarly, there's Nappinne is also there. She has beautiful smelling hair. Kottalar poongural nappinne. I mentioned yesterday, hair refers to Jnanam. Beautiful smelling hair, good smelling hair refers to good Jnanam, that he is always protecting her. We saw the story yesterday of how to achieve Nappinne, he had to defeat the 7 Rishabhams, the 7 bulls, and that's how he achieved Nappinne. So she has that Jnanam that he himself will come and protect. We do not have to do anything for that protection. If all actions are his, what is there that we can do also is the question that is asked. Nappinne kongavel, kuttala poongal, nappinne kongavel, he has put himself upon her. He is laying upon her. You saw that in the Taniyan as well that I mentioned. Nila tungas tanagiri tati, suptam udbhoti krishnam. He is laying upon her lap. That's what I mentioned. He's laying upon her. That is what is also shown here. He is laying upon Nappinne. Why is that Nappinne and Perumal are not separable? Yesterday itself I said, Agala Gillen, Alamer Mangaure Malma, Nigalupura Moonpay, and they are going Agala Gillen. She does not separate from him. You see that the two of them are always continuously together is what is shown in yesterday's Pāsuram. Today's Pāsuram also, he's laying upon her continuously. He's always with her. Similarly also that Kripa is denoted here, that Kripa is continuously with him. I mentioned previously during the Nila Tungastanagiri, the Taniyan explanation as well, the Taniyan explanation, that this refers to Paratantriyam is the point that I mentioned. Paratantriyam means that Bharatan, I asked the question, why is he laying on her as opposed to she laying on him? Shouldn't that be something that shouldn't it be flipped? Because we see that Perumal, she is dependent on Perumal, not vice versa. So to that I mentioned the point of Paratantriyam, that we let him, that was the day we looked at Bell, she let the beast treat her, however, she went along with that. She was Potkori, she grew along the way of if the vine is growing, it is growing alongside its other structure. That's what we see here. And so it's his will that she is like this. One beautiful point is given. Narada was one time with Krishna, and Krishna asked something, he was hurt or something, and so Narada asked, oh, what do we do for you, Krishna? And so Krishna says, oh, Narada, find the greatest devotee and take the dirt from his head and put it on my head. To which Narada was not able to do that. He felt that he was so low, how can I do that? Krishna does not, that's not the point. The point is that we should do that. We should be, if that's what he wants, it will happen. He is the one that is controlling everything. So we should let whatever he wants happen, and we should be of the understanding that whatever he wants happens. If he wants to, one time, I remember I went for a Kalaksha, I went for a Santa with one Swami. I went to that class, that Santa class, for learning Thiruppāvai Pāsuram. It was very hot outside. It was a very hot day, and so I went to that Santa. Usually, it is the duty of the Sishya, the student, to serve the teacher. The teacher, he decided, that day it was very hot, I was sweating a lot. The teacher wasn't sweating a lot. The teacher decided that it was his duty to take the fan and start fanning me as he was teaching me. I felt very uncomfortable by this. I am a student, I should be learning from the teacher. I should be the one serving the teacher. Instead, the teacher is sitting there fanning me. I said, stop, Swami, you cannot do this. To which he said, Paratantriyam has a point here. I want to fan you because you were sweating, that's bothering me. You should not say that, oh, you are a student, I am teacher, that I should fan you. Similarly, if the Lord decides that, if he wants to come serve us, we let him. Whatever he wants, we let it happen. Because that's what he wants. And so similarly, that's what is shown here by that Paratantriyam. He wanted to lay upon her, he wanted it to be flipped. So it was flipped is what is shown here. Come on, open up. Malar Marba. The one with Lakshmi in your heart, Malar Marba. The blossoming heart. What is that blossoming? That Kripa, that love for him, for us, is blossoming from his heart. And so that is what is shown here. Because he's always with Nappinne. It's blossoming. Nappinne kongamel vaittu kedanda, he is upon her. Malar marba vai thiravai. Open up your mouth. Maittarang kanninai ni un manalane. Maittarang kanninai. She refers to this Nappinne as the one with mai on her eyes. If you guys note back, remember back on the second day, break some rules. She seems to be breaking the rules. That's what I said in the first day itself. Second day itself, any of these rules are not important when in the service of the Lord. That's why she is also wearing mai, because these rules are not important. Furthermore, mai is known for something. Usually during weddings and stuff, they wear mai. Why do they wear? So that you can stay awake. If you wear mai, you will stay awake. Is a point that is seen throughout Tamil literature. Mai is worn in places to show that a person is staying awake. Eyes refer to what? Eyes staying open refers to what? That jnana, that knowledge is always there. She always has that knowledge that the Lord is protecting her. She's always staying awake of the fact that he is the protector. Is why she is referred to as Maittarang Kanninai. Her eyes are always open. Her jnanam is always open. Furthermore, her kripa, that kripa of Yemberaman is always happening. You bless with your eyes. You say that, please put your eyesight upon me. When we speak of the Lord, we say, please shower your eyes upon me. Look at me. He is always looking upon us. That kripa is always looking upon us is another point that you see. It is always existent because it is always open. Come on. You and your manalan. Manalan refers to you and your husband. Mithuna. They are always together. They are never separate. It's a point that you always see. In fact, to this, there's even a story in Thiruvengaram. If you go to Thiruvengaram Tirumala Tirupati, you go there, you will see that on the Friday morning, there will be Thirumanjana Seva or Abhishekam. They will bathe the Lord. At that time, they will remove the Vakshasthala Nachiyar and keep her to the side to do the Thirumanjana. What is this Vakshasthala Nachiyar? It is the symbolism of that Tayar always being with him. The symbolism of the fact that his heart has that kripa. They have the Tayar always there. Seeing this Ramanuja, he was very disturbed. He was very perturbed by the fact that we are putting Tayar off to the side. She's never leaving him, right? So why are we doing this? To which he established a practice that during that Thirumanjanam Sevai, there we will chant Nachiyar Tirumari. Why is that Nachiyar Tirumari chanted? To remember us that Nachiyar, Andal is referred to as Nachiyar here. Andal's work is Nachiyar Tirumari. She sang Thiruppāvai and also Nachiyar Tirumari. That Nachiyar Tirumari, it is representative of the fact that that Kripa has incarnated here. Bhudevi has incarnated here and given us that, showered that blessings, shown us that love is always with Perumal. And so even during that time, when the Thirumanjana Seva, when that is taken apart, we see that for some way or the other, we are reminded of his Kripa. We should never forget about that Kripa. Thiruvillakkeriya, there's no point in having a God that does not have Kripa, as what is shown by Arvai here. That is what is shown. He's here. Manalan. She is always with him. Maittarang kanninai niyun manalane yettanai podum tuilara vattaigan. Why are you stopping her from coming? Krishna is the one that is said to be stopping her from coming and waking up. It is just all part of the metaphor of, Perumal. Without her, it cannot happen. Without him, it also cannot happen. It has to come together. She tried to come on her own is what is seen in the last Pāsuram. Without her, Kripa, with only Kripa, what is the point? You cannot, if you do not have the power to protect, if you do not have the ability to protect, with just the love, you cannot do anything. A lot of people will say, I love you a lot, I'll take care of you. They won't be able to take care of you. If they're not able, if they don't have the Jnanam, Shakti, Prapti, Purti. Remember those 4 points? That Jnanam, he has to have that knowledge. Shakti, he has to have the strength. Prapti, he has to have the relationship. Purti, he has to be full in himself. If you do not have those 4 things, you cannot protect with this love. But at the same time, if the protection is only there and the love is not there, then I don't know. Will we be protected? Will we have the kind of protection that we need? Is a questionable thing. So that protection is necessary. So that is what is shown here. She stops him. He stops her because without that Jnanam, Shakti, Prapti, Purti, there's no point to that protection. There's no point to that kripa. Without her, there's no point to him as well. So both of them are always together. Yattane podum tuyala vattaigan. Yattane elum pirivatthagillayal tattuamandataga. Don't lie to us. Don't stop this. This is what is supposed to happen. Perumal is not only for you, Nappinai. come share him with us as well. Here she refers to Napinne as one amongst them. That is where you see in this metaphor here, she is referred to as one amongst them. She is also wife of the Perumal because of, as I mentioned on New Year's Day, Lord Empavai. Pavai refers to all of us are females. We are all married to him. So she is also married to him, is seen in this context, in this metaphor. She is always with him. He's not only for you. Come open up the door so that we can all be with you together, is what is shown here. Tattu amandru. This is what the truth is. Tagave Lord Empavai. Come on, open up the door, is what Andal says in this pastor. To which he opens up the door, and then tomorrow, once the door is open, let's see what is inside of that door. Who is that? Because now we've woken up Krishna. So who is left? We still have 11 pasurams left over. What is still seen in those 11 pasurams? We will look at starting tomorrow. That's what is she going to do once she sees Krishna. With this, today's pasuram is over. Kuththu viḷakkeriya kottukkaal kattil mel ettenda panchasenathil meleli pattara poongal nappinne kongamel vaithu kiranda palamalva vaithiravai vaitharan kanninaai nee unmanalane nee ethre bodum thuilala ottrai kan ethane elum pirivaatha illayal tattu amandra tagave Lord Empavai.
So Swami beautifully explained the song. We will just enjoy the song in another dimension. Like, just like how you take a rose, the way a philosopher sees a rose, the way a poet sees the rose, a way a person who is doing perfume, how he sees the rose, a way an artist sees a rose. It's the same rose but different perspectives, right? Similarly, this pasuram is also enjoyed by our acharyas as glorification of our acharya itself. So Kuththu viḷakkeriya kottukkaal kattil mel. So the acharya is considered to be as a lamp. He illuminates the lamp. What it does, it illuminates. So it removes the ignorance, it removes the darkness, right? So that can be thought about removing our own ignorance. All these books that we see, right, from Swamiji, these are the lamps. Lamps means it is not just the lamp that we are lighting, that is also a lamp. But these books that have been given by Swamiji, they are all also the lamps using which he removes the ignorance, the misconceptions that we are having in our hearts. And then Kuththu viḷakkeriya kottukkaal kattil mel mettendra panchasenathil meleli. He talks about a bed on which Krishna and Napinne are sleeping. The bed has 4 legs. The 4 legs represents the 4 Vedas. So the knowledge that Swamiji has given in these books is nothing but the essence. He has taken the essence. He has given it in a language that we can understand, so that all of us are familiar with English. We cannot, at least I can confess, I don't know either. I don't know Sanskrit. I don't know Tamil also properly, but still, he has given it in a language that we can all understand. And then Panchasayanam here refers to the soft bed. So it refers to the Artha Panchaka Jnana. So anything, if we want to know, we have to know first who we are. Okay, who is God? What is we Jivatma? Who is God? What is the means by which we can attain? What is stopping us from attaining that means? And after attaining that means, or after attaining our goal, what are we going to do? So these are the 5 knowledge. Even in worldly things also, we can apply these 5 things, right? Who are we? What is the goal that we want to achieve? How do we achieve this goal? What is preventing us from achieving the goal? And after achieving the goal, what are we going to get? We have to introspect in these 5 manners. Similarly, the Acharya gives us this Artha Panchaka Jnana. Who are we? We think that we are Swatantra. We are all independent people. No, we are Paratantra. We are We are at his mercy. He is the supreme controller. Just like we say the Sesi Shesha Baba. Just like this body. If there is no soul inside this body, what will happen? It is like dead, right? It is to be discarded. And it is the Atma which controls the body. Like if I have to speak, it is the soul which is desiring. I want to speak, it is using the mouth. If I have to see, it is using our eyes to see, etc. Similarly, this Atma itself is the body of the Supreme Lord. So it is He who is inside us. He is powering. Just like we see that the sun is powering, but there is something under it is His wish that is actually giving the power to the sun itself. We are using a cell phone and we are seeing it, but it has to have that power. That power only, it comes in a form of text and other things that we are seeing. So the Supreme Lord is the Antaratma. He is the Supreme. So He controls us actually. And we are thinking that we are swatantra and we are controlling and we are doing things, but actually it is by he is just allowing us, to do things according to our wish. And then, what is our goal? What is the means to achieve him? So that Supreme Lord is not anywhere. He is right in front of us. He is full of compassion. He is full of mercy, that he has come for our sake to bless us and to also seek our services. So he has come here. So that is his nature. He is full of compassion. That is the Swarupam of Perumal. He is, as Swami nicely explained, without compassion, everything else it makes no sense. So that is why always the compassion of the Lord is being held in such high esteem, and the embodiment of his compassion is nothing but Sri Mahalakshmi. And all our acharyas are considered to be the expansion of Sri Mahalakshmi. So that is his nature. And then what should be our goal? Our goal is to serve him. More importantly, to serve his devotees. So that should be our goal. And what is preventing us from achieving this goal? It is this ahankara and mamakara. Our thinking that I am doing, it is that me, that pride and the ego within us, that is preventing from achieving our goal. So with this, he is giving us this Artha Panchaka. And then Kottalar Pungadal Appinnai Kungivant. And then she talks about how Krishna is lying on the chest of Nappinai Pirati. So similarly, we say that we have Divyadesams like Tirumala and Tirumala like Tirumala. It is on the mountain. Actually, it is considered to be the bosoms of Sri Mahalakshmi, the divine bosoms of Sri Mahalakshmi, in which the Supreme Lord is lying. So here the acharyas are always living in Divyadesams. In fact, the place where an acharya lives, that automatically becomes a Divyadesam. Even if there are why he lives in Divyadesam? Because he is doing Mangalasasrams to the Lord, and he wants to do it with association of devotees. He doesn't do it all by himself. He will get devotees. Even if there are no devotees, he will make devotees. That is his capability. The Acharya's capability is such that he, by his divine words, by his mercy, he can actually make devotees, and together he wants to do Mangalasasana. Just like Andal is also inviting all the devotees. She is waking up all the girls, and indirectly she is also waking all of us to join in doing the Kainkaryam, or doing the devotional services to the Supreme Lord. Malar Marba here refers to one who has a heart. Here it refers to flower. The Krishna's heart is like a flower. So here the flower is nothing but the compassion. The Acharya has so much of compassion in his heart that he wants to come. He comes on his own to us, and he engages. Somehow he finds some means by which he can engage us, and slowly he kind of changes our heart, and then redirects our hearts towards Krishna. So he is called as Malar Marba, which means that he has one who has a very, very compassionate heart. And then Vai Thiravai means he opens his mouth and he gives Upadeshams. And again, in the form of books, he actually reveals all his Upadeshams, so that we can get enlightenment from those books. Maitidam Kannina, he says here in the offer, he says that Nappinai Pirati is having a mai, it is a kajal on her eyes. So Andal is glorifying that. What is the kajal that an acharya wears? He doesn't see any of our faults. So have you ever seen Kripalu Swami Maharaj or Swami Mukundananda getting angry? He will always be smiling. He will be always composed. He will be always smiling. And because why? He has that eye, that eyes of compassion, where he doesn't see any of our doshas. He never sees any of our sins. He never sees any of our shortcomings. Rather, he treats it as, okay, maybe I have to teach them. I have to help them. I have to enlighten them. And then he showers his mercy more and more on us. So that is the greatness of the Acharya. Tattva Mannu Tagavelor. Tattva Mannu means, here she is saying that by preaching all these tattvas alone, he can enlighten us, but we are so fallen that just by his teaching alone we cannot get enlightened. He says, Tattva Mannu Tagavelor. Tagavelor means shower your causeless mercy on us. It is your causeless mercy that can actually uplift us. More than anything else, it is your mercy, your wish that these children also should get enlightened. They should also be engaged in Krishna Bhakti. They should also be blessed with lots of prema towards Radhika and Krishna. It is your thought, your causeless mercy that alone can uplift us. So here, we can think of, there are three types of sishyas. When an acharya is doing Upadesha, there are three types of sishyas. One is the Uttama Sishyas. Uttama Sishyas are just by his eyes, they can understand what the Acharya is trying to say. Just like Bhagavat Ramanujacharya Swami, his Acharya was Alavandar. Bhagavat Ramanujacharya Swami never even had a chance to interact with Alavandar. Before he could even talk or interact with him, Alavandar actually, he disappeared from the materialistic world and he went to the spiritual world. But Alavandar blessed him. Like he came to Kanchipuram and he blessed. At that time, Ramanujacharya was taking instructions from a person called Yadav Prakasha, who was following a different sampradaya. But when Kanchipurna, the devotee of Alavandar, he said, "Can I go and call him? Can I go call him?" And he said, "No, don't disturb him. Let him be there." He blessed Kulura with his eyes. He just blessed Yamunacharya. Yamunacharya blessed Ramanujacharya, and automatically all the meanings that Yamunacharya was having in his heart, it was actually conveyed to Bhagavat Ramanujacharya Swami. And then the second type of Shishya are Madhyama Sishyas. These are Sishyas where an Acharya writes commentaries. They faithfully read those commentaries and they try to put them into practice. The third kind of Sishyas are the Agama Sishyas. Typically, it is people like us. So even if you read commentaries, even when you brush out serials, so what he does, he performs tapa, he performs tapas, and he gives the palan of the tapas to us. Just like Kripalu Swami Maharaj is all gracing us. He is doing all that on himself. And then he is blessing us. You take the role. You know what is that? What is the goal? That is nothing but the service of Krishna. This beautiful temple, Ram Parivar, Krishna Parivar, Goda Devi, Andal. All these are happening by his kripa. So Tattva Manda Tatvero Rambhavai refers to the mercy of the Supreme, of the spiritual master, of our preceptors. And as Swami said, all these Vyakkyanas, these beautiful Vyakkyanas, they have all been blessed to us because of their unconditional mercy. So with that, we will we will do our Mangala Sasanam to Acharyas and we will pray to them to bless us more and more of their mercy and stop for today.